I forget. Okay, yeah, this is the one I was listening to some time ago. We made it all the way to... Wow. There are quite a lot of songs in this playlist. Hey, now listen. Okay. That sounds okay to me. How it sounds to y'all, I don't know. So... Let me get AI Dungeon on the screen. By the by. That's not correct. There we go. Oh, okay. I'm guessing that's gonna be good here. Is the music okay? Like y'all can hear that? Okay. He'll let me know. If it sounds okay to you for the most part, it should be fine for most everybody. Because I think he's on a slightly different delay. Turn it up just a teensy bit. Not that far now. How about right there? I think that might be the same. Let me just adjust it some. There we go. Does that sound okay? Like you can hear it pretty good? Just want to make sure that y'all can hear it okay. Okay. Very good. Excellent. Okay, so, I want to still do the same thing where we're just playing nonsensical adventures, but, what do y'all think? Like, fantasy, mystery, apocalyptic, zombies, cyberpunk, and either any of these, and I'll try to make something out of it. The best that I can. Or, you know, y'all can look up custom prompts or whatever, like if y'all want me to do something specific, because there are a few out there that are pretty interesting. There's like the Endless IKEA and like Dying Light Go to Heaven. There's one where you're like the Dungeon Master and stuff like that. It's weird stuff. And as in Dungeon Master, you're like in a dungeon and you have a bunch of traps and stuff like that. So, not that you're not a Dungeon Master like a DM or whatever for a D&D group or something. Because I'll play whatever. You know, if you don't want me to play any of these, I can come up with something else. Buttplug treasure? Oh. Okay. Before we do that, well, when we start that, I'm gonna have to go change the settings to be sure that fucking it doesn't take anything too far out of context, because if I do that, it definitely will attempt to do some pretty NSFW stuff, and I really don't want that. Mystery is what I called. Okay. I'll see if I can, like, include the buttplug treasure. Somehow. Patient. Detective. No, we're gonna have to be a detective, because we're trying to find the mysterious treasure. Our nickname is... The quest to get the plug from the princess. I'm a detective, you fucker. The mysterious bug treasure. Yeah. My name is gonna be John Gimpman. because butt plugs are, I feel like they're kind of like a bondage instrument. So, you know, catch the criminal. Okay, well, we're gonna ignore that. You are John Gimpman, a detective living in Chicago. You have a pistol and a police badge. You enter the forest where you believe the criminal you're searching for has fled to. Suddenly you hear a twig snap. You turn around and find that you're surrounded by 10 strong men who are all staring at you. You slowly raise your hands. Who are you? You ask. We're the Grand Cross Vampires. What has happened? Stop talking like that in my chat. God. You fucking monster. The Grand Cross Vampires, one of them says, clearly their leader. If you value your life, you will renounce your religion and join us, John Gimpman. Never, you cry. What the fuck has happened already? This is totally in a direction that is not necessary. Let me see. Let me be sure that this is gonna, not take things the wrong way. Okay. Okay, let's, okay, I'm just gonna, like, ask them. I'm not gonna join y'all. Join you guys. Or anything. I'm actually in search of a treasure. They're probably gonna be like, we don't fucking care, dude. The men smile. I knew you were different from the start, the leader says. Come with us to our secret hideout in the nearby cave and we'll tell you about the treasure. I don't trust this shit. They lead you to a hidden cave. I'm just gonna go there. They lead you to a hidden cave carved out of rock. You go inside and see numerous crosses stuck to walls. These are decorations, one of the men says, to keep out evil spirits. But aren't vampires technically evil spirits? Or is... Oh, so hold on. Or is that just a namesake? I mean, that technically doesn't work, but it's whatever you want to say. The NSFW content might make it saucy, but it also makes it really bad. Not stuff that I really want to have to deal with. Yes, but as I said, these are for decoration. Now, let me get to the point. He turns off his flashlight. We're very interested in your hidden treasure. You mean the $100,000? I don't have it on me, you say. We don't want your money, the man says slowly. We want the treasure of Count Gray. So you too are after the treasure of the mysterious Buttplug treasure. Like, I say that I don't want the not safe for work content, but I'm okay with talking about a Buttplug. And I shouldn't really say that, but I'm not interested because I'm going to tell you something. When this AI decides that it's going to fucking take this, like, story into the depths of not safe for work, there is no turning back. Like, this thing will devolve your fucking shit into a fucking smut, and there's nothing you can fucking do about it. I'm telling you. Like, it will take, it doesn't fucking, it takes no prisoners. None. You will be in the AI dungeon of 50 Shades of Grey, like, but worse. And it can get, it's not as even as profound, even though I don't say 50 Shades of Grey is even profound. But in this, it's like, it's pretty fucking sick, honestly, sometimes. Like, it's just like, it basically just writes a pretty illicit, or explicit porno, I should say. So, anyway. This program sounds like my kind of lady. Go on there and disable NSFW, you know, it's not safe for work content. And, you know, just start playing around with it, and you will get things that you wish that you didn't. And maybe other people's experience isn't the same as mine, but I've seen some things with this thing. I didn't intend for the stories to go the way they did, but they used to not have a filter, and this thing would just go wherever the fuck it wanted. now it doesn't do that so much anymore. Well, looks like we have a common interest. I don't care to keep it. I just want to find it and report. I don't care to keep the valuables. But there was... No, I'm not doing the you become impatient and bust thing again. But there was something else he hid with it that I need. How do you reply, Samurai? The man smiles. Yes, we've been tracking his treasure for years, decades even. We have a journal that was written by one of Count Grey's closest friends. And in it, he describes the exact location of the treasure. Can I see the journal, you ask? The man thinks for a moment, then hands you a tattered book. You open it and read. Entry 14. I can't believe it. The Earl of Oxford is a vampire. Skip to the entry on the Buttplug treasure. It's probably gonna think that, you know, it's probably not gonna keep calling this thing a Buttplug treasure. We can keep that in our minds all we desire, but it is not gonna do it. Oh no. Oh shit! And I just said that it's probably not gonna do it, but look at what it has done! Oh my god. Alright. Entry 27. I finally found the location of Count Grey's treasure. It consists of a golden butt plug with a large diamond, a jewel-encrusted butt plug with an emerald the size of an egg. Holy shit! A silver butt plug with a game board inlaid into it, and a simple rubber butt plug. How? I've never heard of a rubber before. Is that some sort of metal? Oh my god. Entry 28. Today, Count Grey killed my best friend. Damn it! Where the hell does this journal disclose where the treasure is? The last page, the man says, you turn the book around and read. Entry 32. The treasure is hidden in a cave at 39 degrees. You know, fucking all that weird shit. North. I've done so many things about like entries and coordinates. I just don't. Honestly, this is just 8-point. It's like a fucking 8-digit coordinate. You know, it's whatever. It's all down. It's like it narrows down. The more digits it is, the more it narrows down how close you are to something. I figured it was like meters, but it looks like feet to me. But either way, I can't remember what measurement comes first, but 39 degrees north, 75 degrees west. I know I should feel bad for what I did to Mike, but he would have betrayed me anyway. He was weak. Now all that matters is the treasure. He closed the book and handed it back to the man. I'm glad that I like how the AI was just like, oh, he's asking which page it's on. This is the one. Damn. I can't believe the count had 4 whole ass butt plugs. I also can't believe he would encrust them in jewels and inlay a whole game board into one. Imagine having a butt plug with a game board like attached to the pullout, like the little handle, like you have it extended and there's just a game board there. Like that would be really weird to play a fucking, like, imagine playing like Monopoly on out of somebody's ass. Like that would be really weird. Anyway, the man leans forward. The location of the treasure is a secret I have kept to myself for a century. You must tell me why I should trust you with this information. You stare at him in the darkness, surrounded by his allies. I want the treasure, you say simply. What if you were lying? What if you plan to simply steal it from us? You smirk. I told you already. I don't want to steal it. The treasure is hidden with damning evidence that I need to complete my case. I have to know who I have to know the cause of all this. The murder, the what do you call it? The underground sex trafficking. Trafficking. To bring down the Count's whole estate. Otherwise, without it, I have nothing. To bring down the Count's whole estate is my goal. The men look at each other. Is it true what he says? The one says, of course it is, you say. I have no reason to lie. You hear a door open from the front of the cave. Is it him? A third man asks, walking into the room with a lantern. He's tall and bald, and he looks at you in surprise. Vampy, what are you doing here? No. Just, no. My name is John Gimpman. Not Vampy. I really have absolutely no idea where the hell you got that from. What? Oh, sorry about that, the man says. I just saw you and thought you were my brother. Thought it was your brother. You can practically hear the light bulb appear over your head. Brother, I have a brother? You guys trying to keep up the ruse? Yeah, he looks almost like you. Apparently his name is Vampy too. You're also implying that my name is Vampy, which is not true. Okay, well, that's fine, but I need to find Count Gray's butt You know something? I just made a connection. You know how I was talking about earlier? The 50 Shades of Grey thing? I've literally just put it into like a fucking weird gothic medieval, like not really even medieval, I should say, like weird fantasy-esque like thing. It literally, his name is Count Grey. And he's like he's like an underground sex trafficker, which I'm not saying is exactly the same as the thing. He has like a bunch of butt plugs and weird shit. I'm just saying, you know, it's basically, it's like 51 Shades of Grey. Count Grey's butt plug treasure to put the remaining family in jail for being involved in his illegal trade. Drug and sex trade. The man Paul's looking at each other. Wait, one says. Drugs and what? Drugs? Drugs and sex trade. You know, human trafficking and the like. Women, men, children, all of it. He's done it. Put a price on all of them and sold them around the world. The man's a maniac. The man was a maniac. You were trying to stop him, one asks. Yes, you say, nodding your head. Well then, the bald man says, extending his hand. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Castus. The others introduce themselves, though their names all blend together. You sit down at a table with them and they offer you some stew. Listen, fellas. Honestly, this is nice. I really must get to the treasure, though. If you help me, you can keep the butt plugs and sell them, or whatever it is you want to do. Oh shit, okay. Come on now. Muscle through. Look, mister, Cassis says, we all want to help you, but you're talking about finding the treasure of a madman who was the worst count this country's ever saw. Who has been dead for at least 60 years. We don't even have any leads. Yeah, we do. A homie over there literally gave me a journal with the coordinates to the treasure. So I figure we best set the fuck out soon. The station, nay, the jury needs this evidence. Justice must be served. Come on, guys, we gotta go. Cassis nods. As I said, friend, we want to help you, but I think you're going to have to help us a little more. We need a treasure for our operation. It helps. Oh yeah, I'm sure it fucking does, you goddamn nasty bastards. You look at Cassis and down at your grease-stained hands. The other's looking at you intently, expectantly for an answer. I told you guys you can keep the treasure. I just need the notes and logs he hid with it. That's literally all I need. Cassius seems confused, but the other two men look disappointed. They all excuse themselves to continue their journey, leaving you with a loaf of bread and a water skin. After they leave, you quickly grab the papers from your coat pocket. A small scrap of parchment falls out and flutters to the ground. So wait, a loaf of bread and a water skin? I mean, goddamn, I figured it was like 1920s. Or like something, like 1930s maybe? Hell, anything other than, you know, 19 fucking, or like fucking 1345. Like, what the fuck? Okay. Fine. No, fine. Do it myself. Yeah, this music's fitting. You shove the parchment back to your pocket. You'll come back and get the coat later. It's just as well. That thing is crumbling along with the rest of the cave. You crawl through the passageways. It gets smaller and smaller. Eventually, you have to pull yourself along with your arms, like a soldier in one of those ancient trenches. You tear your shirt on a spike as you drag yourself through to the other side. Now, I need to get to the coordinates from the journal. The treasure will be mine. We're going. I'm getting this shit. I think I'm just gonna like leave it behind. Cassis finds you as you pull yourself from the other side of the passageway. He puts his hand on your shoulder and squeezes. Thanks, friend, he says. As you stand, he draws a knife across your throat. Others quickly follow, first putting your coat off and taking everything you own. They leave your body in the cave, now lifeless and alone. What? I don't no. I hate to say it, buddy. But you're not gonna say that. And then that's when you realize something. You must have left the journal on the other side of the wall. Shit, you say, and lay your head down in defeat. The cave splits you out into a narrow ditch, several feet below the ground. You can hear the faint sound of running water up ahead. The cave doesn't offer any more passageways forward. You're trapped. What the fuck? Okay. Double back and grab the journal and leave from another entrance. You can leave from another exit. I'm just gonna fucking try something. Yeah, he like fucking cut my fucking throat. I'm only gonna allow that to fucking happen. Like, fuck you. How long has it been since you left Cassis and the others? You lost track of time. All you know is that it's been dark for quite some time now. You're standing in a narrow cave surrounded by darkness. The only light comes through your phone, which isn't great for your battery. The cave spits you out in a muddy ditch several feet below the ground. Okay. Now to make my way back to the squad car. I guess I'm a little bit further up than 1920s at this rate. I'm gonna make my way back to the squad car and call the station to set coordinates to this location. You pick yourself up from the mud. As you stand, you can see a faint light of a stadium through the cave behind you. Now you just need to follow the ditch until you reach the other side. Then it's just a matter of time before you find Yellow Devil and bring this case to a close. What? You walk along the ditch, following his winding path. The muddiness of the water makes walking a tricky endeavor. Get back to the squad car to make your way to the journal's coordinates. You fool. The Iron Age beats the present. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on. You pull yourself out of the ditch, looking around and see a fate shining on the other side of the cave. It must be the opening. You're ready to leave this place far behind you. As you walk, you feel something inside your pocket. It's a piece of parchment that Blue Hair had given you earlier. You've forgotten all about it in the heat of the battle. What are you talking about? Or rather, in the heat of crawling through a tunnel for what felt like miles. No. It's your squad car's headlights. Finally, you reach it. Pull yourself inside and crank the heat up to get dry. That's how this story fucking goes. You're not fucking taking this from me. Pull out the journal again and examine the coordinates from before. No, I'm not gonna let the fucking AI take this shit from me. You crack the journal open once more, examine the coordinates you were given. They make a little sense to you. They seem to be written in some sort of code based off of Morrowind Oblivion reference. Talk about some music timing. Have you been watching the AI dungeon? Which you're fairly certain isn't meant for the police department computers. You go online and contact your computer guy, Ty, to get him to trace the location. After a few minutes, he writes back. I'm interested in finding out what the fuck this is talking about. I like how they looped a fucking, like, pot breaking. The AI doesn't know what to say. I don't give a fuck if it knows what to say. You're gonna keep on. Oh, come on, helicopter. I just want to have my fucking window open without you interrupting me. He says that the coordinates are set for GPS data for the middle of the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Georgia. It seems that whoever wrote these down was playing a sick joke on you. You throw your journal into the glove compartment in disgust, slamming it shut. You crank up the heat in the squad car once more before passing out in the seat from exhaustion. Nah. But suddenly, you have an idea. Suddenly, you remember that you read the coordinates incorrectly. You reversed the latitude and longitude. You put them back into your computer yourself and get the correct location, which is I don't know. See, this happens, reversing the latitude and longitude. I've done it a lot. Which is, you're in the middle of You're in the middle of a field in the middle of nowhere. Well, that's just great. Nah. She is in the backwoods of Golden Valley, North Carolina. Oh, yes. Oh, no. Anything but there. It has to be wrong. There's no way. I can't believe I'm about to go to Golden Valley in search of some buttplug treasure. You're not sure what to think, except the treasure map must be leading you to Count Gray's buttplug, as you'll refer to it for the remainder of this story. Before you can think too hard about why the hell someone would want a used butt plug, however, your computer bleeps. You have an email from an unknown address with a file attachment. It's a video file, and your heart sinks as you double click it on it, and it begins to play. I'm interested to see where the fuck this thing's gonna take it. Uh-oh, what are you trying to say? It's the video of you and Allison in the back of the squad car. You can't hear what's being said, but the camera is close enough that you can see every detail on your faces. The film cuts off after 30 seconds and you look at the file name. You quickly jump to your email and find a message saying, "We send you a video of your lovely wife in that attachment." Jokes on these fuckers. I don't have a wife. Only... Never mind. Carry on. Hold on. I'll tell you what. They don't call me Gimpman for nothing. And it certainly isn't because of me having a wife. I promise you that. That's why I want to use the butt plug. You drive straight out of the station onto the highway, heading to the coordinates. You tear down the road at 90 miles per hour, only slowing down for the occasional truck. Count Gray's castle comes into view after an hour of driving, appearing just as it did before your dream. It seems real enough, but you've learned that doesn't mean a whole lot nowadays. Oh, shit. Now then. I have to cross-reference these coordinates to find the entrance to where he hid the treasure. The butt plugs and all of the info I need will be mine. I'm not giving up. You pull out your laptop and look up to the castle on Google Earth, as you have done countless other castles over the years, except this time you notice something you've never seen before. A small section of the castle's walls appears to be a different color than the rest. That's it. Now, I just need to make it to that location. You drive your car along the outside of the castle's wall, staying on the road. Eventually, you reach a section that protrudes outwards from the wall and seems to have a different color. The wall here is made of stone, but the area that sticks out is wooden. You exit your car and head to the wooden section. Okay. You guys have just suddenly decided you're going to do flight exercises on fucking the day that I stream. That's whatever, dude. I don't have time for that. Anyway. You exit your car and head to the wooden section. You walk around it and at first don't notice anything, but upon close inspection you see something you missed. Examine the area closely, I guess. I must get an idea what the fuck is going on here. The door is darker than the rest of the wall, and the grain of the wood is more horizontal rather than vertical. Why does that matter? As though it... Yeah, I just fly past his room, yeah. These fucking people are trying to have a good time and maybe relax for the evening. Fly helicopters all day. Anyway, as though it had been placed vertically, it would look more like the other wooden sections of the wall. You push on it and indeed its hinge and acts as a door, opening inwards. You open it fully and walk into a small room, only about 3 feet before the inner wall. This is it. Now I just need to insert the key that came with this journal. You take the journal out of your pocket and flip to the page that shows the key. Count Gray has written a message in his curly script at the bottom of the page, presumably as a clue. The monster who wears man like a cloak carved the key to his treasure in naught but a year. You examine the key and see that one end is a normal key head for unlocking any normal lock. Okay. I don't really know anything. I don't know what kind of riddle that's supposed to be. Or like a clue. I don't understand what the fuck it's trying to say there. I don't even know if fucking, you know, fucking AI Dungeon even knows what it's talking about. Ah. Easy. All I have to do is brute force the lock. Then I'm in. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I'm not gonna try to solve the fucking AI Dungeon's fucking bullshit riddle. You turn the key in the lock and a loud crack is heard as the wooden bolts that held the door shut snap open. You open the door fully to find yourself in a small room with stone walls that is barely 8 feet across. The room acts as a second door, another lock blocking your way forward. The lock looks more complex than the last one and you doubt you have the right key for it. Fuck it. I'ma jam this bitch in there and see what happens. It probably doesn't know. You jam the key in the lock and turn to the right. The lock makes a loud click as it opens. You all forward, passing through the second door and entering a larger room with a set of spiral stairs going up. At the top of the stairs is yet another door. This one is made of wood and slightly ajar. Pie the corner and have a peek inside the doorway before entering. You look through the opening of the door and see some kind of workshop. A man leans over a table, working on a strange device. He is short, skinny, and balding with a few long hairs dangling from his chin like an old-timey criminal. You've never seen him before, so he must not work for Count Gray. The device the man is working on seems to be some kind of armature, with lots of small boxes stacked on top of each other. Draw your gun and breach the room. Like, what the fuck? You draw your gun and walk into the room, focusing the beam of your flashlight on the man. Freeze! Who are you? The man turns around and at this distance you can see his face clearly in the light. He looks to be in his 40s or 50s with graying hair and around his temples. He has a strange look in his eyes if he sees something other than what is in front of him. Listen up, bud. How about you get on the ground and answer some of my questions? Okay? I'm not afraid to bust a cap in your ass and find this shit myself. The man looks at you and raises his eyebrows, if noticing you for the first time. Who are you? You say as he interrupts you. I can't stop now. I'm almost finished. The man says to you as if you'd asked him a question. What are you doing? You ask instead, a little annoyed at the man's strange mannerisms. I'm building a machine, of course. Well, that's all good there, buddy. But I need to find Count Gray's Buttplug treasure. I'm not gonna stop until I do. So you're gonna lead me to it. Understand? Yeah. I mean, maybe he probably knows where it's at. The man doesn't seem to hear you and ignores your question once again. I just need to add this last part and then it will be ready. Just another moment. Look, mister, just a moment, the man continues to say as he begins to attach the last part. The man holds up a large box with a button on it. Now remember, all you need to do is press this green button and everything should go smoothly. So, this opens the door to the treasure room? I mean, it looks like he made the answer to all my problems. That's right, you'll be able to get the Buttplug! The man attaches a strange-looking metal arm to the button's rear and begins screwing it into the wood, and he quickly stands up when finished and moves away from it. Remember, just press the green button. Nothing could be easier. The man says to you before walking past you and towards the door. As he does so, a chill runs through you as you realize the man is now made of metal. What? What? I don't have time to explain, but if you value your friend's life, you'll pull the switch now, the man says to you in a cold voice. You're not a man at all, are you? You ask him in horror. You're one of those monsters from the mine. Monsters? I'm hurt, mister. I'm hurt. But if you value your life, you'll press that button, the man says, growing impatient. Okay. Sounds... Okay, I see what you've done. Yes. There we go. Okay, sounds good to me. I don't really trust you. But if you insist, this will open the door to the treasure. I'll do it. We're getting there, boys. We're gonna get the fucking treasure. We're gonna get it! The man extends his arm to you, offering you a formal handshake. Thanks you for cooperating, mister, the man says, pausing to wait for you to introduce yourself. It's Bill, William Garrett. That is not even the same name. Well, Mr. Garrett, I hope that we can do business again in the future, the metal man says, releasing your hand. Happy treasure hunting. I'm gonna just say that I gave him the wrong name. So, we'll just go with that one. Take the device with the button and continue to the doorway of the treasure room. You take the small metal box with you as you head towards the door of the treasure room. When you reach it, you place the box on a table just to the right of the door. You then notice some writing above the door. It's the same language as everywhere else in this mine, but it's still readable if you concentrate. To open this door, press the button and count to 10. Tremble and fear, for the king beneath will soon rise. Shit. This treasure is everything. Now, I'm not gonna let some creepy legend keep me from it. I'm going for it. I understand where you're coming from, I really do, the metal man says to you, but these are the last moments of your life. Are you really going to spend them trying to get some treasure that you most likely won't even use? Probably not, you laugh. Then it's settled, the metal man says joyfully. But the odds are against that probability. I'm doing this. Help me out, and you can keep the treasure. I say we get in and out as soon as possible. Grab whatever butt plugs look the most valuable and jet. Oh, I don't think I'll be going. I can't leave my post, you see. But you look like a competent enough fellow. You'll do just fine. Emerald the size of an egg. Yes, I know, exactly. That will be very valuable. The metal man then looks down at the floor for a moment. When he looks back at you, his eyes have a certain sadness to them. Please be careful in there, he says to you before walking back over to his wall. Push the button and count to 10. We're doing this. Let's do this. Push the button, a voice begins to speak to you in some language, in the same language as the warnings around the mine. Make your peace, death is coming for you, it says to you. Suddenly, the wall moves apart at a rapid speed, revealing a large stone room and another iron door on the other side. As soon as the door is open, several dozen zombies begin to pour out of it. They immediately notice you and start attacking! No, I'm gonna erase this fucking zombie part. You're not doing this. There you go. Run inside and grab as many valuable butt plugs as you possibly can carry in your arms. Even make a bag from your coat for them. Grab the logs and journals as well and make a run back to the exit. You run inside and grab as many valuable butt plugs as you possibly can carry in your arms. Even make a bag of your coat for them. You then grab logs and journals and make your way out of the mine complex. When you reach the exit, the metal man is waiting for you. Well, how'd it go? He asks eagerly. Pretty good, I'd say. No weird omens. No weird monsters or anything. Except for the zombies that I edited out. No weird monsters or anything. So, here. Have this here butt plug. It's very valuable. Keep it for your troubles. You pull out one of your more valuable butt plugs and hand it to the man. Wow, the man says as he grabs it. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I promise I'll take great care of it. You earned it, and I'm sure you will, you say to him, then turn and enter the forest. There's a lot of walking to get back to where you came from, but eventually you manage it. Hop in the squad car and make your way back to the station to turn in the evidence against the Gray family. I'm kind of waiting on something really bad to happen. You get into your squad car and make your way back to the station where the captain is waiting for you. So did you find anything remotely incriminating, he asks? Yeah, we raided Count Gray's home, or at least the one he uses in Last Mile, and found enough butt plugs to fund a national program. Hell no, that shit is mine! Captain pauses in confusion written all over his face. Butt plugs? He asked. I mean, honestly, I know what it sounds like. Trust me, though, they are incredibly valuable, and I'm keeping as many as I can. However, I do have a lot of evidence against the Count as well as his family. His estate will crumble. You pull out the journals and show them to him, and he reads them in detail. These are great. We can definitely work with this. Count Gray's son is on our side, right? He'll be taken down with the rest of them. You nod to say yes. Good, good. Let's get going then. Well, we've got a full-scale assault planned for tonight. Well, Chief? Well, Cap? Honestly, I wish I could go, but I don't have the time. I need to go review the case notes and put together the evidence to submit, as well as stash my loot, of course. So, I'm out for now. I'll see you in the AM. We out. We've done it. It went over without too much of a hitch, except for that time that we died. and the time it was in the middle of the ocean, and the zombies, and all that stuff. But, you know. The captain nods. Alright, Norris, sounds good to me. Get some sleep, and I'll see you back here in the morning. My name is Gimpman. You nod, wave goodbye, and walk out of the room. You head back home, take a long shower, and put all the butt plugs you're taking into a safe hidden behind a bookshelf. After that, you go to bed and try to get some sleep while waiting for the morning. It's finally here. Your best life awaits. You are now incredibly rich, and the case of your career has been closed. You've won. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Welcome to the police station. The captain pats you on the back. Alright, Norris, I've got some good news and some bad news, he says. Bad news is that we had another break-in last night, this time at the museum. Total worth was even more than the jewel heist, most of which has been smashed to pieces by hooligans. Guess those butt plugs really know how to get butt poles, he says, really know how to get revenge. But that was a story for another time. The end. You know what? Just because. No. No, what have you done now? I just went to check a text because I had a fucking text from my platoon sergeant. But I also needed to take a picture. There we go. That way I can remember this, because next time we'll continue the story. But story into another time, the end. The good news is the bad guys were behind bars. What? How? When? You ask. Well, while you were sleeping, of course. The raids went off without history. Managed to catch the criminals. Life away good this time. Sounds good. I guess I did my part. The fucking end. Thank you for fucking playing. Goodbye. Like, unbelievable. I just know, yeah, exactly. The moral of the story, the story is, drugs are bad, okay. Okay. Okay, very good. Alright, boys and girls. Alrighty. That's going to be it for AI Dungeon tonight, and for the stream, of course. I've got a couple of things I need to do to get some stuff sent up to my platoon sergeant, and fucking... Apparently, my fucking leave didn't even get put in. For some reason, it didn't even get to him, and then he called me today and was like, hey, I'm tracking you're trying to go on leave, and I'm like, yeah? He like, alright, get that shit to me personally, and I'll make sure it gets done. So, I'll deal with that, obviously, now, so, yeah. Anyway.